today is about the earthquake in Lombok that has affected the people since early August. Numerous earthquakes are still falling until today, destroying more and more villages, including the beach. We are going to see how the impact of the earthquake on Indonesia's tourist island of Lombok. Shortly, we will be going live to our reporter in the area. I'm connecting to Saiful, who is now in Lombok.
There is an eerie silence hanging over the 7.5-hectare resort. There are no guests here at the Sentosa Villa and Resort because it's now closed after the powerful earthquake hit Lombok. The resort said it will take a few months before it can be open again. Tourism is the lifeline of Lombok's economy. It's Indonesia's second biggest tourism destination after Bali. Hotels in Senggigi are now working together to ensure that properties are up and running as soon as possible.
We discussed between GM, some hotels. We'll look maybe to reopen, within a month, 2 months, because they suffer very little. Other hotels are looking at middle of next year, but we'll do the best because at the end of the day, it's not only the hotel, it's the population of Senggigi and Lombok that actually lives from tourism. So it is our responsibility to make sure everything is back and running.
Exactly.
And available for the guests in the safest condition possible, as soon as possible for the economy of the region and the people in it.
Authorities are still tallying up earthquake losses, but the National Disaster Mitigation Agency estimates the damage to assets could be more than $69 million. This is in addition to the loss of income for so many who depend on Lombok's tourism industry. Despite the recent mass exodus of tourists, there are still some who are unperturbed.
I love this island. Lombok is very nice, and I think we have a safe homestay up the hill, and we will enjoy the next 5-6 days here, and then we go back to Munich. I like the people; they're very friendly, very kindly, and it's a very nice island. So we will come back. I hope so.
After evaluation, we decided to continue to Lombok because it was in the west part, which was not so much damaged, and we expected that it's over, basically. But now it looks like that there are the stronger aftershocks, so we will see, but we would like to keep our original timetable until Saturday.
The next few months will be tough for Lombok as it recovers from this disaster. But there's confidence that tourists will come back because the draw of Lombok's beauty and serenity may be too hard to resist. Saiful Bahri Ismail, Channel News Asia, Lombok, West Nusa Tenggara.
First, in sport news, it is a countdown to the opening of Asian Games 2018 in Jakarta and Palembang. The opening ceremony will be held in Gelora Bung Karno. This is Saturday, August the 18th. They will perform numerous traditional dances from Sabang to Merauke. The show will be streamed on local TVs and also online. And one day before the big performance, Indonesia is celebrating the Independence Day. The annual ceremony will be held at Istana Negara. Each region across the country is celebrating the day.
We want to show you what's happening prior to the opening ceremony. As you can see around me, it's already very crowded, very colorful, hopefully not too loud. You can actually hear that they are already beginning to rehearse tonight's opening ceremony. So let's just take a walk around this area here. As you can see, there are a lot of booths, and these booths are not ordinary. It's actually very special. So each of these booths represent Indonesia's cultural diversity. It can be in the form of food, in the form of souvenirs, little accessories here and there. And it's really exciting because everybody from all around the world, media, audiences that are here to watch the Asian Games, they can actually get a taste of Indonesia right here in Jakarta during this Asian Games. So it's really a perfect place to be because you get to taste everything, especially when it comes to food, from the entire of Indonesia in just one place. All right, so I've got my phone here. As usual, I have my Facebook page open. So if you guys have any questions, I will read them. I will try to answer them. Woo, it's really hot in here today. Hope it's not too loud, but I think they are already rehearsing here on my right. And you can see these are the kids that will also be performing at the opening ceremony tonight. They're getting ready and preparing for tonight's opening ceremony. So for all of you that are not familiar with the Asian Games, I'm sure many of you are. It's the second largest sporting event in the entire world after the Olympics. So this is the second time that Indonesia is hosting this event. The last time was in 1962, so more than 50 years ago. And it's a very interesting time for Indonesia to host this event because, as you can see, they have really improved in terms of infrastructure and obviously.
Semua teman-teman pemain angklung.
It's very loud.
Semua teman-teman pemain angklung diharapkan berbaris di belakang mikrofon di sisi sebelah kanan.
We're just trying to make sure that we don't bump into anybody. Whoop. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna open my Facebook page so I can start reading your comments. Yeah, so as I mentioned before, this is the second time that Indonesia is hosting this at a very exciting time when Indonesia is really starting to prioritize infrastructure, and you can really see it around this compound. This is a huge compound. It stretches out to my right, to my left, and there are a lot of stadiums where the sporting activities will be held, but the main stadium is just right down the street here. So it's going to be a very interesting opening ceremony because the main theme will be to show the cultural diversity of Indonesia. Indonesia is made up of so many cultures, so many traditions. The history of this country is so rich, and you can see just to my right, everybody is so colorful and they're just preparing for their performance tonight. But of course, we have athletes that are coming in from all around the world, and they will also be showcasing the cultures from their respective countries. So it's going to be very colorful, very musical. You can actually listen to the music that they're rehearsing right now.
And that was the news for this evening. I'm Avisyah.
And I'm Salsa.
Good evening and see you.